All right, let's jump right in. This is your personal pronunciation diagnostic, a straight-up, data-driven look at your English based on the recording you sent over. We're going to break down exactly which sounds and words will give you the biggest, fastest improvements. So, let's get to it.
Here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll start with your overall score to get a baseline. Then, we'll zoom right in on the specific sounds, the phonemes, that need some major focus, and then the ones that just need a little refinement. And to wrap it all up, we'll get super practical with some targeted word practice you can start using today.
Okay, first things first, the big picture. This is your overall pronunciation score. Think of it as our starting point, a single number that gives us a snapshot before we dive into all the juicy details.
Your overall score is a 65 out of 100. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, right off the bat, it means your speech is understandable. People get what you're saying, no doubt. But that number also tells us there are some really clear, consistent patterns we can work on to seriously boost your clarity and get you sounding even more native-like.
So now it's time to get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to start with the heavy hitters. These are the sounds that will give you the most bang for your buck. Improving these will make the biggest, most immediate difference in how clear you sound.
Okay, check out this table. It lays out the 5 key sounds to focus on. Right at the top, with a score of 15, is the V sound. This is a big one because it's almost always being swapped out for a B sound. The perfect example was hearing caviar instead of caviar. Next up, the American R sound, scoring at 25. This is especially true at the end of words, where it just kind of disappears, like saying caviar instead of caviar. Then we've got the vowel, as in sturgeon, which sounded more like stagion, and that connects to the next sound, j, which was actually just dropped from that same word. And finally, that dark L sound, at the end of words like cells or in the middle of globally, it's a little weak and could be stronger.
Let's really zero in on that V versus B confusion, because it's all about the mechanics. For a perfect V sound, your top teeth need to gently, and I mean gently, touch your bottom lip, and you let the air flow through. V, V, V. See? It's a continuous vibration. Now for the B sound, both lips press together firmly, stop the air, and then release it in a little puff. B. That physical difference is everything. Mastering that is the whole game.
All right, let's move on to our minor refinements. Think of these as the polishing stage. These are sounds where you've already got a great foundation. People know what you mean, but with a few small tweaks, we can add that extra layer of native-like precision.
So this group is looking a lot stronger. The voiced th sound, the, sometimes gets a little hard, turning into a d sound. That a vowel, like in caviar, is just a tiny bit too high. We want it to be more open. At the end of words like produces or eggs, that buzzy z sound sometimes loses its voice and turns into a soft s. And the ch sound is mostly good, it just needs a little more punch at the end. But hey, let's talk about a major strength here. Your S sound is fantastic, scoring a 90. It's super clear and consistent. Great job on that one. Okay, we've got all this data, all these numbers, so what do we do with it? Let's make it real. This last section is all about action. We've pulled a high-impact list of words directly from the script you read so you can practice the exact sounds we've just been talking about.
Here is our practice list. Every single one of these words is a little workout, packed with one or more of the key sounds we flagged. Now, let's break them down one by one.
Let's kick things off with caviar. This word is a gold mine for practice. Why? Because it hits 3 of our target sounds all at once. So you're going to focus on 3 things. That open a at the start, the correct V in the middle. Remember, teeth on lip, and then really pronouncing that American R at the very end.
Ah, worlds. This word is famous for being tough, even for native speakers sometimes. The real trick is the sequence of sounds. You have to nail that sound, then flow right into that tricky dark L and finish strong with the z sound. It's a true gymnastics routine for your mouth.
And then we have sturgeon. Looking at your recording, the 2 big things to nail here are that central vowel sound, and then making sure you actually produce that powerful j sound that kicks off the second syllable. So it's not stagion, it's sturgeon. With organic, we're looking at a couple of key details. That first or sound is crucial, but so is that open a vowel in the stressed syllable. Organic. Getting the rhythm and the stress on the right part of the word is just as important as getting the individual sounds right. It's the music of the word. Now for globally. The main thing to practice here is that dark L sound right in the middle. It needs to be nice and clear. Globally. You should almost feel the back of your tongue pulling back a bit to make that sound. That small change will make a huge difference in clarity.
And finally, vegetables. This brings us full circle, right back to our #1 priority, that initial V sound. But this word also teaches us something else that's super important, reducing unstressed syllables. See, we don't really say veggie-table. That middle sound gets squished into a quick little sound, a schwa. Vegetables. Practicing this helps both your consonants and your natural rhythm.
And there you have it, a complete breakdown of your pronunciation. We've seen your strengths, and we've pinpointed the exact areas that are going to give you the fastest, most effective path to improvement. The roadmap is all laid out. So the only question left is, which sound will be your first focus for practice?